Flag, and he will start us off. Race to 9.
Light draw stroke here. Not a big dog either to make it.
3 by Joshua Filler.
Didn't expect it in that corner, but how soft he hits this from speed. From distance, I mean, just got those soft, gentle hands. Kind of knows what to do and how to do it.
Well, he is a keen golfer. The assume on down is pretty good. He's 36 years of age, ranked number 9 in the world now, and since the current world ranking system began, he's on.
Yeah, and it's weird. I mean, Jayson usually
Late in the year.
Yeah, Hanoi a couple years ago, and of course Turning Stone, he kind of owned the event. It seemed like still being around him at the PLP and just, you know, around him at a few other events. He wants to play a ton of
for the most times on the winning Mosconi team. But all those considerations are for another day. Here it's about his campaign at the UK.
role in that victory. And, you know, I saw it as him, you know, time flies.
But the cue ball has been doing the flying there.
Play to just draw into position, maybe. And get about here and just try and use that talent. Or didn't pass the 6. Now he's trying to gain position on it. Look at this shot here. This will do. Can't hardly sit still, really. Surprised he didn't draw back for the 5 on the side, but
Sure, you can see there, still inspecting the damage there may have been to his tip. Moment that handed the opportunity to Surdea. It's not quite done yet. But an unexpected opportunity came his way, and he's taken it to the full. So instead, they're level at 1-all. So thoughts on what we've seen there, Jeremy?
cue ball getting up table with no kisses. It's usually more of the odds. And you draw this back a bit. He's coming back for the side. Didn't want to awkward cueing. That was the main thing there. That was necessary. Yeah, like this, just easing it, taking a little more on the floor.
By 9 racks to 2.
Yeah, I don't ever want to think that's what he's meant to play, but I tell you, I wouldn't mind seeing him play like 3 or 4 snooker tournaments out there.
Well, that was where he started out in the game. An absolute snooker before switching to pool.
Well, I've seen him on the 6x12, and he's awfully impressive. Of course, got to get past the tough little youngster in this round, though. I think this isn't played many, right? He's just mainly stuck to the junior events, really. The youngster who's won some of those junior events, Vogel, he's in the field, and boy, just so good.
Shaw looking here for the first break and run on Jeremy, the European Open and the Premier League. Shaw was involved in both of them and did reasonably well. Got to the last 16 of the European Open. Lost it. He made it to the last day of the Premier League. Finished 6th. Had some decent in the early months of 2025. Semi-finals in Connecticut, where of course he's based now. Scottish Open last week. Lost to Victor Zielinski in the last 16. But he's off to a good start here.
We do a little damage earlier in the year than normal. He's always so strong in the what seems like the fall and the winter.
Open every year since it began. He's never been further than the last 32 in it, though.
So he may attack here and then play the safety on the 3 ball.
And Gabriel Castro of Argentina yesterday.
Just the angle off the three wasn't there. Kind of shot eagle eye usually. One of his better shots. He's got to elevate. Maybe catch a piece of the 9 here. Yeah, like that. And then maybe a quick one.
Yeah, quick one indeed with the 5-9 combination. And it's threatening to be the Mosconi last year. But for the first time in this match, he's not made the one off the...
Cue ball onto the 2. Just thought that was asking a lot, Michael, really. 1 by the 3. Caught the point. More about the cue ball is what I felt.
Beaten by the eventual winner, Honasuto. Will now face Victor Zielinski in winner's qualification.
Polish players.
Yeah, Massey was playing yesterday. Won both of them.
United matches. That happens. I can't afford those. We talked to improved. Just little things haven't looked so good here so far. Few shot.
He's actually working full time in the game. Does a lot of coaching. He's involved. Actually, he's very positive and talking about everything he's doing to make his way in the game and do all that, and then you go.
Move the 6 a little bit. Okay, decide not to mess with it. Just trying to. Sanjin got back on the board. Now on trail 6-2.
Yeah, it's against Mika van Berkel. Successes now. He was in a ranking final late last year.
Oh, Van Berkel, that ad I didn't catch.
In the Netherlands.
Okay.
His home country. Lost to Petri Mäkinen for a ranking event. Well, Cristian Surdea really only with himself to blame for it's the 4th in a row that's gone the way of Jayson Shaw, and the Scot now leads 5-1. After coming.
Oh, you have the angle to come by it. Is it enough? It is. Pinching the cue ball a little bit. Okay, he's going to roll it. Come back above the 8 maybe. Oh no, he's stunned.
Just floating around the table, making it all look so easy. And this is what he can often do once he gets into control of a match. Earlier, he can be vulnerable in the early rounds, just as often. We've seen him put together an opening session, and what he's put together here is his second break and run of the match.
Very, very good breaking the balls here. I mean, just again, he can add more speed like some of the other guys have gotten to where they can add more. Jayson 5th. I think maybe FSR 4th.
Yeah,
more so. No, he's the one who first figured out the break, which was huge. And played. I just feel like Kachi gets the one down and the better spreads and really somehow avoids those scratches quite often and is super consistent with it.
So Surdea just managed to avoid the scratch.
What a shot. He may get him behind the 9 here. Definitely held it behind the 7. Trying to bang the 4 around. They fluke it. Oof, even second worst, really.
Sure, it would have been somewhere in his mind that he would at least have wanted to acquit himself better than he did when he played Shaw on the European Open. As it stands, it looks as though he's going to be the same score again this time.
Jayson caught that a little thin to the pocket, just kind of got down on the ball, and a little luck right here where he can use the side rail a little bit on the 7 like here, and it still falls.
No, I'd love to. I'd say he'd be great company on a round of golf.
Oh, he is, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And of course, well, he still got it perfectly on a golf course.
I'll tell you, I was in Glasgow last year, and a couple of guys we played with, they were right next to me the whole week, and I couldn't. Looking at someone who could smash them, and the one gets in the side quickly and whatnot. And you get also guys that get a little extra 9-ball movement at times, but really it's about who's producing the best breaker. I think that's another reason why I have Jayson Shaw and FSRs in my top 5. I'll tell you another, there's a few of them that have gotten a lot better at it as well. Niels Fan has gotten a lot better. Watch out for him, by the way. Had a big win there in Philly just against a very class field.
Yeah, and he had a couple of deep runs in the later months of 2024, didn't he, finals? As he heads towards 50, he's still clearly.
Yeah, I think he's fully healthy and a number of years with some different injuries and whatnot. Always. Yeah, that 2-ball's been by itself quite often after Jayson's one.
Yeah, that was Shaw's last.
When it comes to that one on the side. Thinking about it, I was talking to another player yesterday, and I think the guys that are breaking towards the, you get to hit the rack a little harder. Not quite as thin on the one.
It's going to be exactly the same outcome as when they last met on the main table at the European. He doesn't even have to pot the final 9, but we'll count that as his 4th break and run of the match.